you have to capture people's attention with a subject line in the first sentence. If not, it's done. It's the same thing as video content. If in the first 15 seconds somebody doesn't pull you in, it's over. There's a revolution happening where I think now there's so much more freedom. Like bringing this back to the music industry, like you don't need a label anymore.
Right.
Like you can make it on your own. There's all these things. Like before, we used to be programmed. Like the only way you can be a star is if you have a major label. Yeah, ask Bad Bunny if he has a major label. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so
he kind of does. In all fairness,
I mean, yes and no.
He's got a machine behind him over there. He's done a lot of the grassroots. But I won't take that away from Bad Bunny.
But he blew up before he had the machine.
100%.
Right.
But the machine is there.
Is there now?
Full force.
Yeah, but it wasn't there when you needed it.
I don't care if it's a distribution deal or not.
It is a distribution deal.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a distribution deal. I don't care. You can call it a distribution deal, but he's getting a ton of label services.
Sure.
But you're right. You're not.
But
he
got that after.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say, back then when people felt like they needed labels, because if you did want to be a superstar,
well, you did need a
label.
label.
Need a label.
Yeah, but
the internet changed
felt
everything.
That, right? But they still felt that. Some people still feel that now.
You know how many people feel that now.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. This is why I love that you say labels don't have strategy sometimes.
Most of the time.
Because I feel like, and I was thinking about this a lot today too, it's just like artists still think, and I don't know why, they feel like as long as if they sign to the label, they're going to be good for the rest of their lives. Or their career is going to be moving forward. And that's just not how it works.
That is not how it works.
One, you might think that that's what's going to happen. Or two, you're lazy and you want them to do everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, no, you still have to work your fucking ass off in order to get in this business.
You got to climb the ladder inside the label.
Yeah, that's day one.
Day one.
That's day one.
Day one. You're in the first little thing of the ladder, like.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can do a lot of shit without the label. And guess what? You don't have those handcuffs on you. You might not have the budgets, but there's so much shit that you can figure out without budgets these days.
Mm-hmm.
How would you recommend a kid who's trying to figure it out at home to strategize? They don't have any money, but they're figuring it out, trying to figure it out. All right, folks. I hope you're enjoying this convo. There is a ton of value that you can extract from it. And speaking of which, if you're an artist or manager watching this and you want to get more in-depth strategies regarding your career, then my one-on-one consultations could be for you. These are fully personalized, just you and me tackling whatever you need in your career. Now, if you're not familiar with me, if you don't know, I have over 16 years of experience working with artists like Jesse Reyes and Eminem, to managers like Troy Carter and Tyler Henry, to working with brands like Nike or the Toronto Raptors. I have deep knowledge in many areas of the music business that can help you map out your next moves. Whether that's helping with your personal brand or creating a marketing plan or building out your content strategies that actually provides results, or simply navigating the music industry to whatever is most relevant to where you're at, I want to help. You can now book a one-on-one consultation session for a fee with me through my Calendly. You can find the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the pod.
Well, in terms of PR, in terms of like in general, like music-wise?
No, PR. Thinking of keeping it in PR.
I think right now, like it's just so easy to get to find contacts. Like build a database.
True.
Like build a database and start reaching out to people and DMing people and get their emails and start sending them information, like little by little. Like somebody will open that email and say, oh, this is really good. Like
a publications and stuff?
Like, well, you could just get like Constant Contact or MailChimp and start like doing your little like newsletters and start putting it out there. And like, you know, I've seen artists grow like that, you know? That's one of the things that I taught in my communications class and my PR class at USC. Like it was actually like an experiential learning class where they actually worked with a student who was an artist and did a whole entire campaign. And I'm like, you have to find 40 contacts. And out of those 40 contacts, you have to get 2 interviews. That's one of the assignments that they had for a grade.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So they actually had to go and find like contacts and pitch to them. And, you know, it's like you start at a college level if you're in college or like right out of college. You start like, you know, trying to perform in colleges and like get in college publications. And like there's a lot of students who are studying journalism or music business who have their own blogs, like target those kids. Like you have to have a starting point, right? Like if you're a rapper who's like popping off in all the college campuses, like that eventually starts to seep over to college campuses in the next town and the next town, you know? So I
Build the
think it's
connections with the other
you
colleges,
build the
right?
connections with the other colleges. So, you know, you have to just like tap into like some sort of network, right? Some sort of like community, more than not network, community, and then start there. Like a lot of the students would like try to like get interviews with like Rolling Stone, and I'm like, you're not gonna get Rolling Stone. Think blogs, think small publications, like
Blogs.
yeah, like
Even
little
still to this day.
yeah,
Okay.
blogs and you know, think like small influencers and small social media accounts and like, you know, you people start discovering word of mouth is still king.
Yes.
Still king.
What's a good pitch?
It depends on the artist. There's not a good pitch. It really depends on the artist.
So for these kids that you were telling them to pit and they're pitching these blogs, these small, you gonna say something?
Yeah, no, I'm getting my answer ready.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're what are these how are you communicating to these kids what to say?
Mm.
Lengthy, short, to the point? Like what's
Short to the point.
okay.
Short and punchy.
Okay.
What is interesting about you? What do you tell somebody when you go on a first date with them that'll make that person interested in you?
I'm Iron Man. I don't know.
You what?
I'm Iron Man. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's something that's compelling about you?
Yeah.
Like what is something that's compelling about your story? I know what's compelling about my story, what I just told you about my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That explains everything about me, literally. So if I wrote my bio, I would lead with that. My first sentence in my bio as an artist would be, I'm the daughter of war refugees. I would literally start my bio like that.
How important is that? Like when you're pitching, they're not gonna know who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to pitch on behalf of your friend who's an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and you're acting as a publicist, whatever.
Yeah.
How important is that subject line, that first line?
It's everything.
Okay.
It's everything. You know, so if you have to capture people's attention with a subject line in the first sentence, if not, it's done. It's the same thing as video content. If in the first 15 seconds somebody doesn't pull you in, it's over.
First 3. Yeah.
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 So I think, you know, again, if I was writing my bio, my first sentence would be, I'm the daughter of war refugees. My existence is political. That would be my second sentence.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I do music because music, I don't know, was, you know, the only thing that gave me peace.
Right.
Whatever. But my first two sentences would be like, boom, boom. Right there, it's like, ooh, who is this person? You know? I mean, most people I think would be like
No, for sure.
intrigued.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
That's an interesting headline.
So for me, it's like, what is interesting about you? What is powerful about you? What have you been through in life that people could want to just like go hard for you? You know, we all love a story of adversity. We love that shit because it's beautiful. It's beautiful to know that somebody had it rough and that they came up and like I met someone recently who I gotta put you onto this kid. He went to jail when he was 16 for murder. I think he was 16. He did 18 years. He grew up in a really tough neighborhood and he murdered another kid. And in three days after he went to jail, his brother got murdered.
Wow.
And the guy who killed his brother ended up in his same block.
Wow.
And they put him in solitary confinement for 30 days because they thought that he was gonna end up killing that guy.
Okay.
The guy who killed his brother.
Right.
He ends up writing an album in 30 days
In solitary.
in solitary confinement. And then comes out and makes peace with the guy who killed his brother because he took someone else's life.
Mm.
He spent 18 years in the pen, and now they're doing this whole entire film about
So
him.
he's
And
34 when he got out?
I
Yeah.
believe he's like 34 right now. His story's
He
incredible.
just got out?
He just got out not too
Wow.
like a couple of years ago.
What's the artist's name?
JJ88.
Okay.
And he's working with Richie Reseda,
Okay.
who's an activist, and they have this whole film about him, and his story is incredible. And he's the sweetest. He performed at my event
Oh,
in
did
April.
he? Oh, okay.
And I imagine me being his publicist and me telling somebody that story because it's a story about redemption. It's a story about adversity. It's a story about how are you not angry? You came out, you were in there for 18 years and you came out and you are proof that with the right resources and the right community, like there's no recidivism. Like you can like be somebody and have a life after jail. A lot of people don't have a life after jail. They go right back to jail because there's not like a system of support. So imagine I tell you that story and you work for Complex. You're not gonna want to interview this kid.
Right.
You're gonna be like, dude, I want to talk to this guy.
And you want to make sure you capture that with the first line, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Are you working with this person?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I love him and any opportunity, like I always like write to
You'll
the
push
team.
it to the
Anything that I could help him with, I'm,
Yeah, you're always down to do that and just kind of like.
Of course. I love connecting people. It's beautiful because I like, so I landed a new client. I officially haven't started working with them. Okay.
Can you say? You can't say?
No, not yet, because I haven't officially started working with them.
This won't come out till like September, by the way.
Okay, so I just started working. I'm unofficially working with this artist called Planta Industrial.
Okay.
They're a duo. They're fucking incredible. They do like punk music and they're like from the Bronx, like urban punk, like it's insane. So their colors, I saw their colors. The people from Colors, one of the head guys of Colors is like, okay, now it's my turn to be your publicist, to be the publicist. I really want you to work with these guys. Like 5 people in the industry hit them up to say, you have to work with Loren. Like it's crazy.
That's the match.
It was no, match made in heaven. The first day we spoke, I was like, I love you guys. Like I literally like I love you both. Like I'm like, we're like, wow, like love fest, right?
Yeah.
I spoke to a booking agent. I don't know if I can say this yet, but whatever. He's a very desired booking agent. Like all of my fucking clients want him to be their booking agent. He has huge artists. The guy's amazing. So one day we're talking, whatever, and I'm like, do you know about Planta Industrial? Because he's like my booking husband. Like we share a lot of clients. We share like 5 clients.
Oh, okay.
So I always joke. I'm like, he's like, like my booking husband. So every client I have is like, I want to work with him. I want to work with him. And I'm like, look, he's like me. If he loves it, he'll do it. If not, he won't do it. So I was like, do you know about these guys? And he's like, no, I don't. And I'm just like, yo, just watch this video.
The
he
Colors
was
video?
like, yeah, on Colors.
Yeah.
He was like, Loren, get me a call tomorrow. I said, yes, bet. I got them a booking agent.
Sick.
They have no tour history.
And
their colors only has less than 60,000 views.
Wow.
They have no touring history. They don't have that many followers.
Mm-hmm.
And usually a booking agent like wants someone with tour history and he said yes within 2 hours. He was like, get me on a call with them. I got them a booking agent.
That's fire.
I'm not even officially working with them yet. I think I start next week though.
That's important to note because that's how we got with DJ David Jacobs. Because DJ saw figures and somehow connected the dots, if I'm not mistaken, that Dana was working with us. Told Dana like, yo, I need to meet this girl. I need to meet the team.
Yeah.
And Dana's like, yeah, I got you. And then so Dana was like, you got to go meet with David Jacobs and that. But in the business, you start building out your team just by making sure that, the relationships that the person has, like a publicist with the booking agent or with the publisher or whoever it is, like those are all interconnected
Mhm.
a lot of times.
Of course. I've gotten artist managers,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
booking agents, label deals. Shit. I do much more than PR.
Yeah. No,
And
for
I love it because it's so beautiful to know that like I did that, or like
yeah.
I was a part of that success. I was
Of
like
course. Of course.
yeah,
Because
I
when you see
can't
it go,
wait to see what this booking agent is gonna do with these guys. Like I know he's gonna
I'm gonna
fucking
take it in when I go home.
hit. No, you're gonna go crazy, bro.
Like, what kind of punk is it? Who can I?
It's just so different.
Okay.
You know my shit. Like I
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
things that are
You
different.
do
They're
love different
they're
shit.
they're really like there's no one like them out there.
Okay.
They're insane. And like all these big artists are following them now and writing to them, like, yo, like hitting them up, like big artists. I'm like, oh my God, it's just about to pop so hard. I'm really excited
Are
about
you
them.
talking to them about their content strategy as well?
Not officially yet, but we already have so many ideas like floating. Like
Yeah.
they're just really creative.
I'm curious, from your perspective, how is it a good thing if you're seeing artists posting like 5 times a week, on their socials? Does that bother you? Does it not? Does it take away the cachet of the artist? Does it depend on the artist?
It depends on the
I
artist.
hit you with like 7 questions.
Yeah, it ultimately depends on the artist.
Yeah.
And it depends on
Do you think if they're not posting enough, it still works?
it depends. If you're Frank Ocean, sure.
But Frank Ocean was Frank Ocean before social media.
Right. But I'm just saying, if you're like that type of artist who's like mysterious and like
But in this
sure.
day and age, does that work?
Very, very little.
Right?
Yeah.
That leads me to another question is like, what are things that you saw working back then that doesn't really hit anymore?
What did I see that was working back then that doesn't hit anymore?
That artists still think is like, no, we gotta do that. Like one thing, for example, that I think of a
Mhm.
lot is like the late night show, right? Late night show is still a great moment,
Mhm.
but it doesn't make or break you. It's just showing that there is progression in the artist's career.
It doesn't make or break you, but it definitely elevates your
That's what I mean.
profile.
That means there's progression, right? Like there's growth.
Yeah.
And your fans can really get behind that. It's like, oh my God, I saw
Yeah.
my favorite artist is on Kimmel. Like it's a moment.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's not gonna like open you up to a massive new audience.
If
Like
it goes viral, yeah. I mean, I think it depends.
right.
It depends on what it is and it depends on how well it performs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think ultimately that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have the sickest song in the world, but obviously if it doesn't stream well.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same thing with content. You can have the sickest content and be on the biggest late night show. For instance, like we had such a big impact with Caterina Baco when they did Fallon. It
Okay.
was massive.
Okay.
Like they're like they don't get that much engagement and that many views for anybody. And so there was like so much anticipation about them being on Fallon and like
You know what?
so
That's true.
because they're having like such a big moment. So it really depends. And then after Fallon, like, now I'm talking to all these other late night shows
Great
and now
point.
all these other things. So it really depends.